share a few stories about Karen. Now that she's leaving, we don't have to hold back. And we thought it appropriate to start with Kristen, who has known Karen since she was a wee young one. So I turn it over to Kristen.
Hello, everybody. Co-workers, it's nice to see you. Hi. We go way back. You know what? Really because of our significant others knew each other first, and then we became friends. So, long story short, Karen and I used to sit and have these. Of course I did. I was really cute. I might have stayed back. So, Karen and I used to pass our time. She had a son named George. Still has him, thank God. But at the time, he was maybe 2. Now he's 22. Gonna be 22. So we would sit in her living room on Marsh Ave. Cutest little house, our first home. It was awesome. And we were sitting there, and we'd smoke our cigarettes, not in front of George. And we'd eat tuna fish sandwiches and watch All My Children. And we loved All My Children. So we would smoke, and all of a sudden, one day, George was having a nap, and we're having our cigarettes and watching TV, and a commercial comes on. You can be a nurse. So she looks at me, and she says, hey, I think I'm going to be a nurse. And I said, what? She goes, yeah. Because she was unemployed at the time because she had George, new baby, and she was taking care of her son. So she says, yeah, I think I'm going to call and be a nurse. Take care of people. Wait, what do you want to do that for? That's disgusting. So next thing you know, my friend Karen ditches me and she goes to school, to be a nurse, and I know to smoke butts and watch All My Children. And now she's gone so far, and it's amazing to me that she still is a nurse. I would have got out of that a long time ago. But anyway, that's my funny Karen story, and I wish her well, and I will miss her. But I'll probably see her more now that I don't work with her than I did when I worked with her, because we kind of like just stopped being friends. No, I'm just kidding. I'll miss her. Love you, Karen.
Yay!
All right. In Karen's life, you know, as a nurse, she went on to DNA Network. Do we have any stories from DNA Care?
Sit down. I'm good. Yeah, sure, honey. I got my time.
Okay.
You had fun over the cuticle.
I saw you there.
Yeah.
I saw her there.
Then I'll start with her journey to Northeast Home Care.
Come on, you all care people.
I
Get up
had
there.
this really sleek office in the basement of Addison Gilbert Hospital. I was there February 2006 until June 1st, 2006, when we finally got the Cumming Center. My desk was literally a storage room with a desk. And I always was sweating bullets and I was kind of like you, Kristen. Thinking, oh my God, I am so hot. I must be going through the change. Well, I realized when my pocketbook melted on my lipsticks on the floor that I was above the kitchen. So, needless to say, I interviewed Karen there. We won't name any other names in the story, Karen, but when you came in to interview, you came to interview for the clinical educator. And so Karen comes in and she's interviewing with myself and the person that was sitting in the director position who had never done home care in her life, came from skilled nursing facilities. And she started, and I had already started a few months before and had set my first meeting with this person and senior division, and it was kind of an update of how far you've gotten, because we're ready to start interviewing and filling positions. And I sat in a meeting in February and we sat down and it was like, okay, tell me, how far we've gotten. And the person said, we really haven't done anything yet. I left that meeting saying, oh my God, I just quit a job and came here for this new company. It's not going to work. I talked to my boss and said, oh my God, what are we going to do? And she was just a shell shock. So anyways, we moved on from that. We started interviewing for various positions, and Karen came in for the clinical educator position, and the director at the time was sitting in on the interview, and we were saying, Karen's telling us what she's done at the network, and we started talking about, we're really starting from scratch. We have to create policies, procedures. We have to figure out what paperwork we're using until we decide what computer we're using. And Karen sits there saying, you know how Karen is, oh, I would love to help with creating policies and procedures. I could really help with that. And looking at computer systems and figuring out what kind of documentation you want to use. You could use me for any of those things until you need me to do what you want me to do. So we left that interview with me shutting the door, calling my boss and saying, okay, we got someone here we need to look at for something. I don't know what, but something. So we called Karen back.
Oh, he is your son,
You
man.
know the ship, Karen? We call her back, and she has a second interview, and things go well. And then we call her back a third time, and she almost dropped out of her seat when we said, yes, we want to hire you, but not for clinical educator. We want you to be administrator for Northeast HomeCare. And honest to God, the look on your face was priceless, and she didn't accept right away. She really needed to think about it. She
I
was
remember
shell-shocked.
that.
I was in Kristen's living room.
Yeah, freaking out.
Oh my God.
I can't do this. Oh no, I can't do this.
After work, he's in my cube and said, you're never going to guess what happened.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? We can recognize talent. That's all of you out here.
Oh, absolutely.
We can recognize talent. So anyways,
Mary, she was the first. Oh, I don't know.
in case anyone doesn't know if they didn't hear that their first interview.
I don't know. Could we possibly have Maureen and Peg and Holly come up? Because we are the originals.
Get up there. The original
Yay! Get up.
Long story short, Karen came, and I have had to spend.